Hey everybody, Joe from Complete Carnivore here. Today we're cooking some Iberico pork from Campo Grande. This big long bad boy here is a flank steak, believe it or not. Never seen a pork flank steak in my life until now. And this is what's called a secreto. Secret steak. A lot of different places call different things secreto. I'm pretty positive this one's from the shoulder. Like on a pork butt, underneath the fat cap, there's a muscle sometimes that's there, and that's kind of what this is. So if you can look, there's some pretty insane marbling going on here. You don't see this normally in pork, even on this flank. Let me turn this one over. It's got some pretty insane marbling, more than you'd see in a beef flank steak even. A lot of people call Iberico pork the Wagyu of pork. It's from the Iberian Peninsula, so this stuff's raised in Spain. It feeds mostly on acorns. It's raised out in the pasture. Takes a lot longer to raise them than you would a normal US hog. So we're gonna cook these up. I got them seasoned with some salt and pepper, just kosher salt, pepper, using my old PK grill that desperately needs to be cleaned, but I just haven't had time yet. And I wish I would have spread the coals a little more here, because this flank steak is gonna barely fit on this thing. But we'll be flipping it, we'll be moving it. It should be okay. And on goes the secreto. Now, since there's so much fat in these, I don't know how the flare-up situation is going to be. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I might like pull them off the grill and move them somewhere else just for a minute. We'll see how it goes. But I kind of only want to cook them a couple minutes, a few seconds aside before I flip. You can already see it's getting some good color. With a Iberico pork like this, most US pork, they recommend you go to 160. I'm probably going to shoot for about 145. I don't even have my thermometer here since these are so thin. I just want to cook them until it gets a nice good char, good color on the outside. Again, there's a lot of fat on these, but it's good fat. It's like the kind you want to eat. It's not the kind you necessarily want to trim off. And on really thin cuts like this, you start doing too much trimming, you're going to take a lot of meat with you, and I don't want to do that. I want to taste this meat. So we're going to be flipping these a lot, moving them around, making sure they all get cooked even. It seems like we got hotter over here than over here, so we'll make sure we account for that as we start moving things around. It's got some flare-ups. It's not too bad. Maybe we'll move this one down here just a bit, let that flare up, calm down. But yeah, we're gonna keep cooking these. Again, should take 2 to 3 minutes per side, so looking 5, 6, 7 minutes total, somewhere around there. And then I'm gonna give these a taste. I've never had Iberico pork, so I'm looking forward to trying this. I've seen a lot of people say it tastes like beef. It kind of tastes like a beef steak, except better. The fat's better for you. It's gonna be delicious. So we'll just keep flipping. Again, these are getting a little bit flare. You're gonna get some good char on them, which isn't the worst thing ever. It's getting really hot. I'm gonna grab a glove. I got some 30 pounds of bacon cooking over here. So yeah, like I figured we'd get some good flare-ups with the amount of fat that these have. So, but the smell is delicious. Nice rendering fat. There's gonna be flare-ups. Can't get around that. I know there's a lot of recommendations. Just sear this in a pan, which that might not be a bad way to go, seeing how much this is flaring up. Yeah, I'm gonna move these off for just a second. We'll put them back on the rack, let these flare-ups die down a bit, and then we'll throw them back on. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, it's been another minute or two. I kind of moved these off the heat for a second, let it die down a bit. As soon as you put it on, it flares back up. Next time I cook these, I might use like my Cooter grill. It has, down here is the grate. You can raise and lower it. That might be a better way to go for a steak like this, rather than here with the coals so close. If things start flaring up, you can just raise it up out of the way. I love cooking on that grill. It's a great one. I love cooking on all of them. But these are almost done. These are almost done. We're getting some good char. I think I'm gonna call these good. Again, you don't want to cook these to 160 like you would a normal pork chop. You want to kind of keep them in the 140 range. But with thin cuts like this, that's a tough call too. So let me get these on over here. We'll just give them a minute to rest. Let me put this out of the way somewhere. We'll just give these a minute to rest. Maybe a little bit, one last blast of heat. Okay. I want to eat these quick. I want them nice and hot. So, what do you say? Should we cut into it? I think we should. Let's give this a look. Yeah, we got some red in the middle. That's kind of what you want. Let's give this a taste. It's unlike any pork I've ever had. Again, it kind of tastes like a steak. Not really, but it tastes probably more like beef than a normal pork chop would. Give another bite. It's so juicy. And texture is amazing. It's a lot more soft, maybe would be the term. I don't know if it's more tender than a normal beef flank steak, but the meat's a little softer. I want to try this secreto now. This one looked crazy, so we'll cut it against the grain. How's that looking inside? Ah, this one might be a little bit over, but wow, like your mouth just kind of fills up with juice when you're eating these. There's so much good fat in these. Yeah, this is some of the best pork I have ever tasted. Again, it's unlike anything you're gonna buy at the grocery store. You're never gonna see excuse me, a pork secreto or a flank steak at your grocery store unless you have a really, really good grocery store. Usually, excuse me, I got a piece of pepper in my throat. Usually you just see pork chops and loins, tenderloins alike. These are from Eat Campo Grande. I'll leave a link down below. They have a special right now. Wow, something in my throat. 20 bucks off your first order. They have a box that comes with a secreto, a flank. Oh, it doesn't come with flank. It comes with a presa, which is another cut from the shoulder. Comes with like a four rib loin roast and a couple other things. It's like 149 bucks with $20 off your first order. Definitely worth something to try. It's not going to be your every night meat. It's not going to be something you eat every day, but it's definitely delicious. I want to take another little taste of this. Well, I got you here. Yeah, this is unlike any other pork. Go try it. Splurge a little bit. There's a link in my bio you can use if you want. But this stuff is wonderful. I got a few more cuts I'm going to cook up some other time. And of course I'll film those and let you see it, or there'll be some blog posts on my site, completecarnivore.com. Check those out and go try some of this yourself. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, leave them below. Happy to answer them. Thanks for watching.